Welcome to 100 Yards of Football this evening. It's our Dallas weekly video as we break down the Dallas Cowboys. If you like the video today, please comment and share it, as we're going to talk about the Cowboys' big victory over the San Francisco 49ers in the upcoming game against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm your host, Vincent Turner, and every week joining me this past season has been one of the best guys I know that know how to talk football. He played 12 years in the National Football League with the Atlanta Falcons, and I want everybody to hear this point. To play 12 years in that league, which I call the best league in all pro sports, a very physical game, it's very special to have him in my life and on this show today. Because right now, people not playing 12 years in the National Football League. I'm sorry, like the great Mark Bass say. And he's a two-time All-American at Florida State. And remember this, before he got to Florida State, they was playing in bowl games like the Tangerine Bowl, the Michigan Bowl. I'm just throwing it out there. But when he left school in 1981, the program was born at Florida State University. So my introductions to my man, Mr. Bobby Butler. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, Vincent. How you doing today, brother?
Hey, man, I'm ready. I'm excited. We got a big evening this evening. 100 Yards of Football is going to shock the world. But we're going to start with the Dallas Weekly video. So let's talk about the big win over the San Francisco 49ers yesterday.
Well, I tell you, Vincent, the game was, pretty much played like I thought it was going to be, in a way, minus a couple things. When we did the comparisons last week, pretty much every statistical area, they were right there close. And, I thought that the 49ers was going to win the game by a touchdown. I thought it was going to be right there, give or take either way. Well, the game was that way anyway, statistically. The Cowboys came away with a win. Happy for the Cowboy Nation. It's a great win for them. Mathematically, they still got hope. They still alive. And when you got hope, you're still alive. Hey, you got to play like you're going to be in. So I'm excited for them from that standpoint. But let's kind of break the game down with the 49ers real quick. Mullins, 21 from 36, 219 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, by the way. All right. Cowboys, Andy Dalton, 1933, 209 yards and 2 TDs. All right. So when you look at everything there, they were right there together except for the 2 interceptions by Mullins. Rushing game, 49ers Mustard, 14 carries, 68 yards. Cowboys Pollard, 12 carries, 69 yards. But he scored 2 TDs. Receiving, Bourne had 4 catches for 86 yards. CeeDee Lamb had 5 catches for 85 yards. All right? Total yards offense. Now, here's where things kind of separated. The 49ers had 458 total yards to the Cowboys 291. So I gave them the edge. Passing yards, the 49ers had 308 yards passing. Cowboys had 204. All right, rushing yards, 49ers had 150 yards total rushing. Cowboys had 87. But here's the tale of the story. 4 turnovers by the 49ers. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. And that's the tale of this game, Vincent. You can't turn the ball over. Kudos to the Dallas Cowboys. Alden Smith, I think back-to-back weeks, had fumble recoveries, right? He's making plays, right? Not making a whole bunch of tackles, but he's getting that ball. He's getting to that ball, right? And here's another key thing. You look at the game. The possession of time in the game. The 49ers had 34, almost 35 minutes worth of possession. The Cowboys had only 25 minutes possession. The 49ers won every area of this game, but they turned the ball over. Even after Mullins got hurt, went out, the backup came in and threw a Hail Mary at the end of the game. They thought they had some life. The next thing you know, they kick the ball off and look at CeeDee Lamb. You'll never see that player get in the NFL for the next 100 years. You'll never see it again. So the game was won on the defensive side, turning the ball over, right? At 5-9, the Cowboys are 1 game back in the NFC East, with 2 games remaining. But here's the catch, Vincent. They will have to win both games against the Eagles and the Giants. They can't lose either one of those games, while Washington got to lose twice. Now, this is a big ask. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys got to take care of their own business. They can't worry right now what Washington is doing. They got to take care of their own business, right? All right. So if they don't take care of their business, it don't matter. They lose this week, it don't matter. Okay? All right. Now, enough of that game. Let's talk about this big game this week. This is the biggest game in Cowboys history for this season, right? Because if they win, they're taking care of their business. Now, here's the thing about this game. Carson Wentz is no longer the quarterback. Jalen Hurts is a quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Vincent, I'm going to say this. That's trouble. Because now, not only do we have, in our game planning, we got a plan for a guy who can throw the ball down the field, but we also got a plan for a guy who can hurt us real bad with his feet. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If you go back and look at Jalen Hurts' college record, oh boy, there's never been a dual threat quarterback as good as Jalen Hurts. There hasn't been one in college football. So bringing that to the NFL, let me tell you what the NFL is about. It's about athleticism. It's about mano a mano, right? It's about your best athletes on mine. And I tell you, he's a monster when he's in the game on his feet. This guy, as of right now, all right, listen to this now. Jalen Hurts is the first player in NFL history with 500 passing yards and 150 yards rushing in his first 2 career starts. He's the first one. Jalen Hurts is going to be a problem. And I'm going to tell you something now. I'm hoping the Cowboys do their thing. I really want to see them do their thing. But Jalen Hurts is playing extremely well. And Jalen Hurts is a quarterback for the big time. He's played in championships all through high school. He played in the playoffs all through college with 2 teams. Okay. All right. He's a different kind of animal. So I'm going to say this. Well, what's going on in Philadelphia, Vincent? I love the storyline. I love the storyline. I want to see the Cowboys finish well. I don't think this one the Cowboys can win. Because now we got a whole different athlete behind center. And I'm just telling you. And where is he from?
Texas.
He's from,
Texas.
All right. So, he want to show real well. So I'm going to say this is going to be one, the Cowboys, my boys. I love the Cowboys. I don't think they're going to win this one.
What I took from yesterday's game, and I'm going to start there, is that over the last 2 weeks, being a fan of Cowboys Nation, I like the effort, the intensity, and the urgency of this football team. Defensively, I learned that the 2021 NFL draft is coming up, and we need a defensive lineman who can get off the blocks and stop this running game. Then, of course, I'm proud of where I'm from. The 901. So, Brother Butler, you might as well get ready for it. Ezekiel Elliott was out of the lineup. And to the audience out there, 100 yards football. The young man has played outstanding football for the last 3 weeks, and he's out of the 901, Memphis, Tennessee, the famous neighborhood Orange Mound, Melrose High School, by way of the University of Memphis. Tony Pollard is starting to be Alvin Kamara in the Dallas Cowboys offense. 13 touches yesterday, 132 yards. Mm-hmm. As I told y'all, and I told you, Brother Butler, before the season started, and after we did our draft information, did I not see CeeDee Lamb? Another Texan was the best receiver in the draft. It wasn't Henry Ruggs. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Jerry Jeudy.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was a young man out of the University of Oklahoma.
That's right.
And he has not disappointed. Yesterday, 5 receptions, 87 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Dalton
Mm-hmm.
has played great the last 2 weeks. No turnovers. He's done what the Cowboys offense has asked him, and I'm proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
Another game ball to Kellen Moore, who stayed in the house.
Okay.
Was he not creative yesterday?
Oh, yes, he was.
Kudos to Kellen Moore. I got to give him an amen.
Mm-hmm.
Another coach I'm going to give a game ball to. He came over from the Rams, John Foster. You finally got it together yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Kick returns, average 31 yards. Punt return, average 13. The special teams has killed Dallas a lot this season.
Yes.
And yesterday, they were very good.
Very good. Mm-hmm.
Then, finally, the defense, the one bright spot, the young man out of the University of Michigan, who I thought had never played up to his potential since he'd been with the Cowboys. Jordan Lewis, don't forget the name. 6 tackles yesterday, 2 for loss, 1 sack, 1 pass breakup. Was all over the field. Looked like he was playing for that money, as the OJ say. Overall, I'm proud of this football team and where they've came from. Mike McCartney, you've done an outstanding job. Regardless of what happens for the rest of the season, when you get to 2 games at the end of the season, you still got a chance and you still got an opportunity to play to get into the big prize, which is the playoffs. And I'm going to give kudos to a guy out there who said, way back in September when everything was going bad, it didn't like the Cowboys to win a game. And he stood pat on his prediction. It's my co-host, the man out of Florida State. He did say that the Cowboys at the end of the season will be fighting for a playoff spot. And that's all you can ask.
So
really. Now, the game coming up against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to be honest with you. I really underestimate the young man out of the metro area of Houston, Texas, by the name of Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought one thing that he would struggle as he ascend to this level of playing pro football is that his passing.
Mm-hmm.
But these last 2 weeks, he has proven that he is the real deal, and the time for Carson Wentz might be time to say bye-bye, because he's going to be a serious problem, not only for the Cowboys, for the rest of the NFL. Mm-hmm. And one thing I like about this young man that he done well at Oklahoma, then at Oklahoma and at Alabama. Number one, his character. He lost his job at Alabama, didn't complain, went on, got his degree. He went to Oklahoma, became a starter there. They elected him team captain from day one at a Power 5 program. I'm still not believing because I'm still thinking he still got problems throwing the ball. He takes Oklahoma to the college playoffs.
That's right.
Even this year, he went in the second round. But the one thing I'm going to take in my mind that you can win with him, not with his dual threat ability, he doesn't turn the football over. He realizes when it's a bad play to throw it away.
There you go.
And the Eagles might have a bright future with him.
Mm-hmm.
And if they get some playmakers around him, it's going to be a serious situation in MC East. You are totally correct, Brother Butler. Out of all the teams that the Cowboys are playing this year, this is going to be a heavy, heavy task to slow this young man down. And just to say that, they played the Arizona Cardinals last weekend. They lost 33-26.
Right.
But everybody been talking about Kyler Murray all season long. Everybody been talking about Lamar Jackson. But that this past Sunday, and Patrick Mahomes, I'm going to throw him in the mix. Jalen Hurts might have been the best player on the field for any of those teams this past weekend. You're totally correct. I'm still going to go with the Cowboys Nation in a very close game, but it's going to be real tough to beat the Eagles. So that being said, your final words on Sunday, the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, I tell you, I'm waiting and getting geared up for an exciting game. You know, this is a hot division rivalry. This go way back. This was going on before I got in the league in 1981. So it won't be any different. It's just where we are right now, and it's going to show a lot, especially the Cowboys. I want to see, Vincent. They've been showing that the last few weeks, the effort, playing hard together, finally seeing that they're coming together as a unit. If they continue to do that, it don't really take a lot of superstar play. Unity and harmony can win all by itself, being on the same page. But this guy, Mr. Hurts, he does present a different problem. So I'm wishing the Cowboys well, but it's going to be tough. The way I'm looking at it, it looks like it's going to be a victory by the Eagles.
My final words, I'm going to keep it plain and simple. The Cowboys defense has been up and down. They've been down most of the year. They've not been able to stop the running game. But I would tell you this. If the Cowboys are going to have some chance on Sunday at 4:25, I'm going to go back to an analogy. Clemson played Notre Dame. I'm going to switch over to the college game right quickly. When Notre Dame beat Clemson back in October, Ian Book, the quarterback from Notre Dame, really hurt Clemson getting out of the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And he made plays that game. This past Sunday in the ACC championship, Clemson's defensive line was able to keep him in the pocket and really took away his ability to make plays. Sunday, my man Randy Gregory, my man Tyrone Crawford, my man Alden Smith, and my man DeMarcus Lawrence, who had a pretty good game yesterday. Y'all going to have to be able to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket and make him beat y'all with his arm. But if he gets out of the pocket and start making plays, it's going to be a long day for the Cowboys defense. On the other hand, Ezekiel Elliott, I hope you get better. You missed the game yesterday. But really, you know how much I love Bobby, the young man from the Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm proud as always when we've been doing this, and you know what's coming. Mm-hmm. That's all right, Ezekiel Elliott, because that young man, Tony Pollard, is starting to earn some money. And it don't look like the Cowboys offense is missing any beat. Their energy, their effort, and even Andy Dalton is playing better. Even with all the injuries on the offensive line, they sending to jail. Tony Pollard right now out of the 901, I'm going to say, Owen Smile, Melrose High School. He's doing his thing. So I'm very confident in the Cowboys offense on this Sunday. But it's going to be a very close game, and I think the Cowboys defense has to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket and take their chances of him hurting him with his arm. So that being said, as I always say, and I end the show, as the great poet who's at Motown back in the late 60s, the great Marvin Gaye, let's get it on! Y'all have a blessed weekend. 100 yards of football.